everybody, and welcome to the #1 Best Trader Full Trading Competition Winners Circle. And I am joined here by our winners, or at least two of the three. My name is Michael DeJoyer. I'm the Director of Educational Services and a licensed professional here at Dash Trader, the sponsor of the #1 Best Trader Competition. And I'm going to jump right in and give a big congratulations to our #1 best trader coming all the way from Vietnam. It's Mr. Tran. Tran, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
So William Tran is a full-time trader residing in Hanoi, all the way straight from Hanoi. Vietnam. He has 5 years of experience and trades daily. He studied stock trading books and learned to trade by the book. His strategy is the gap and go momentum. He trades mainly momentum stocks, and it's a catalyst-based trading system where he systematically monitors various different stocks and looks to short them when they get parabolic. Okay, this is a pretty popular trading style today. Some of his mistakes was improper share sizing and jumping into trades too quickly, not stopping out quickly enough. There are some new trading styles that he learned from watching the other traders, and he wanted to share. I'll tell you something. In watching you, um, William, that you were really rolling the dice big time, man. You were up, down, all over the place. Tell me about the competition overall, and about your trading experience, and a big congratulations in being the #1 best trader for this fall competition. Well,
Thank. I I talk about now.
okay, yeah,
Um,
you
uh,
talk now. Yes.
I come to this competition mainly for the Dutch platform because I love this platform so much. It's very effective for me to use in everyday trading, and I want to use for long term is my trading career, and that is my reason for taking in this competition this time. And when I enter the competition, I'm very confident that I can apply what can I do in for 5 years of studying stock and trading every day and learn from many other traders in around the world. And after the first week, I think the result is very good, and I didn't know about the adjustment because it's the email to but I don't open the email, so I think I can take more risky trades, and short some stock, but the it takes some loss, and after 2 weeks or 3 weeks the real is not good, and I finally I think about the only week left, so I try to do my best, and I catching one of most strong stock movement is VVOS, and I'm sure I can make big profit from it, and I'm rank from the middle to the second, and I think about um, 3 day left, and I think I can try to be the #1, and so I have to do this.
You managed to pull it off. I mean, you are the epitome of a YOLO trader, or at least you were in the competition. You risked it all, and your gamble paid off. I saw you surge back into the winner's circle and take the #1 spot back in the last days of the competition, which frankly I find it amazing. First week, obviously, Europe, you're right. There was an adjustment, and that adjustment will be permanent going forward, meaning that the #1 best trader competition will only allow stocks under $5 to be traded on cash and to not use margin. And that was a big adjustment for you. In the second week, you kind of gave a little bit back. And third week, you actually pulled out of the front row position, but you managed to bring it back. You adjusted to your trading style to the conditions of the game. Um, Note to you and note to all: make sure you, when you're in the competition, make sure you're watching your emails, because if we make a competition change, it was deemed that trading with margin on stocks that wouldn't normally be marginable is kind of a gaming type element that would make the competition less realistic. So we addressed it. We put the change in place, and we emailed everybody about the change. We also went back and adjusted the P&Ls. So it is in our interest to make sure the competition is at its utmost fairest level. Um, any parting thoughts? Not that you're going to be leaving, but any thoughts, final thoughts? What did you learn most? What did you take away? And are you going to come to the USA to claim your prize and put your name up in lights in Times Square?
Um, Uh, I think one of thing I learned from this competition is that there are different trading style, and when I look at the result and I look at the specific trade of each competitor, I think it's very different style. So I think I should learn more about other two. The second, about traveling to the United States is one of my big dream, but to obtain a visa in Vietnam now, I think it is very difficult for me. But I will ask the embassies whether can I obtain a visa to come to America.
Well, we'd love to have you. If you can sort that all out, you are entitled to come and visit us at the NASDAQ closing bell ceremony. And a big round of applause to our number one best trader, William Tran. Thank you so much. And we're going to come back to you in the market section. So hang tight, stick around with us. I'm just going to introduce a gentleman that needs no introduction, because he's been here before in the winner's circle. Unfortunately, he couldn't be here today with us. That is Lazar, who lives in Malta. I know him well. He's a professional trader. He joined us last year in the winner's circle at the NASDAQ market site. His experience is that he's been involved with the market for a few years and participated in the number one best trader competition in the past, and he took third place. He's slowly moving up to pole position. He went from third to second this time around. And just to remind everybody that you can continue to compete in the competition until your first place. So that, William, you're out. You won the competition, and you are now entered only into our alumni winners circle competition, when we do eventually do a competition of only the winners or past competitions. But you are now in the winner's circle permanently, so a big congratulations to you for that. As for Lazar's strategies, mainly focused on short selling stocks and focusing primarily on his primary strategy, which is not oversizing his positions. He learned how to use the DAS mobile app better. That's certainly something that people don't realize, is that when you use the number one best traders competition, you have DAS, the desktop version, but you can also use the mobile app as well to trade. And then let's jump right in and introduce our third place winner, which is Abraham. Abraham is a college student living in Connecticut. He is actively trading and has been studying trading for 2 years. His strategy is to systematically trade gappers, but try to do some discretionary trading as well and some parabolic shorts. It seems to be the overriding competition strategy this time around. Mistakes were trading his P&L and experienced some big emotional swings during his trades. Being able to trade without limitations, the PDT rule. Obviously, he's probably trading on a small account. We'll talk more about that in a few seconds on his live account. So this gives you the opportunity to trade with the PDT limitations taken off, because the competition is based on a $50,000 live equity account. Learn to trade. What did he learn? Trader success isn't a theoretical number. It is reflected on the leaderboard. I love it. So tell me a little bit about yourself and your experiences in the competition, Abram.
Yep. What's up? My name is Abiram. I'm a college student.
Abiram, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no problem. It's okay. I'm a college student here in the Northeast, and yeah, I've been trading for about 2 years. And yeah, so I on my personal trading, I have like a small account, so it's like only a couple thousand. So this competition was a great opportunity to like try out like a normal PD like over PDT account, not being limited on day trades. And I basically participated in this just to like um, sort of just prove to myself that I like have edge because like I said, like the trader success, like 95% of traders like don't make money. We just hear that number, but then once I actually participated in this competition, we saw like there weren't that many people green at the end of this. Um, so it really just proves that.
90% of people in trading lose money, and you managed to make it to the third place spot. So congratulations. So just give me a week by week breakdown of your trading experience and how you went about the competition. And obviously you're in Connecticut, so I'm hoping to meet you in person in a live experience at the NASDAQ market site, hopefully soon. We go there every probably like twice a year, but certainly looking forward to getting you in that next tour and the closing bell. So tell me week by week what your experiences were as a trader.
Yeah, so I guess preparing for the competition, I set up like some hotkeys. Um, I set like what I wanted my risk to be in the trade with some hotkeys and like automated sizing and stuff like that. And then once the competition started, I tried to manage both my personal and the simulated, but that was a little too much. So I ended up focusing on this competition. And
Okay.
then
And
eventually,
look, it paid off. You made it to third
yep,
place, so it paid off in the end.
exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I continued my main strategy, which is systematic trading of gappers. But then I tried out some parabolic shorts when I saw them on like the halt scanner and stuff like that. And then yeah,
How
I
did that work
sort of
out
went
for
for
you?
it was good. I think that's a new strategy I want to add and to do some more research into that.
That's
But
great.
yeah, I sort of went for consistency week by week basis instead of like big swings. So
That's good. And you
yeah,
managed to take third place. I know that number one and number two were way out ahead of you, but they were swinging for the fences and you were kind of hitting singles and doubles, which is great.
right.
Anything else that you want to share before we jump to the next the market analysis section? And I want you guys to hang around, give me some of your thoughts about the market. Anything else you'd like
No,
to share about the competition?
yeah. Actually, I learned about this through David and Lazar. I actually met them at a conference earlier this year.
Oh,
So yeah, I would
great.
recommend this competition to anybody who wants to try out some
That's
simulated
awesome.
trading. So yeah,
And are you going to compete again and keep going until you're number one like Lazar?
yeah, I might have to.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to. Somebody's got to take him out, man. It's just because you were third place and he was second doesn't mean that you can't take him out.
Right.
That's okay. Good to hear. Well, I'm gonna jump into the market section now, but just to send our biggest congratulations to all of our winners. Stay informed about the future number one best trader competitions by following us on social media at number one best trader on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm going to jump right in to do some quick market analysis and get some feelings from the guys here, how they feel and what they think is going to happen here in the markets. We've had a tremendous rally, pretty much since the start of the competition. All right, so I'm going to just first bring up, this is my Dash Trader software. This is the software that we use in the number one best trader competition. So here we go. I mean, the market has been squeezing up and away. I'm just going to pull this back a little bit. We broke to new highs on the S&P, but today we had a gap up and a gap fade. But this is on the latest Fed announcement that that the markets are, that maybe they've been able to engineer a soft landing of sorts. So what are your thoughts on the market overall as the market squeezes higher, lower, chopping around up here? What are your thoughts, guys? Who wants to go first?
I think for the 2 months, the markets become very strong. We see many stock just run day by day, and I think Half year now we don't see this happen, but from 2 months ago, I think it's very strong market.
What do you think is going to happen in the near future? What do you think? What do we have to look forward to? And I know you don't have a crystal ball, but technically, what do you think is going to happen as we go into 2024?
Well, in our trading style, we think that SPY sometimes doesn't affect the niche markets because day trading is very wide, and sometimes it's run. It doesn't be affected by the market overall. I think so.
Absolutely. So let me just translate this a little bit, and yeah, but as day traders, what the overall market is doing doesn't really necessarily matter. It's what the individual stocks that are popping and dropping. But obviously, the overall market has been extremely bullish for the last 2 months. What are your thoughts, Abram?
Yeah, I guess like you said, it doesn't matter too much for me. I just keep an eye on it. If there's strength in the SPY, there'll probably be some strength like coming down to small caps as well. So I just keep that in
Okay,
mind.
let's say, do you guys have any stocks that you're looking at today?
Well, today I trade CCCC. Yeah.
CCCC. Let me see if I got that right. Hold on one second. CCCC. Whoa, look at that. Out of control. Big popper and dropper. This is exactly what you were talking about. Market's doing one thing, it's gapping and fading. I mean, this certainly gapped and it certainly faded. It got up to 825 today. Let's take a look at the intraday chart. Big gap, actually a little bit of a gap down, but big rally up, and then there goes the mountain, right? So there's a big kind of mountain short selling, runs out of steam, tries to make a bull pennant, and just continues to fade back to the place from which it came. Are you looking at anything, Abraham?
Yeah, I was watching FRGT today, but no trades for me.
FRGT?
Yep.
Oh, beautiful chart. Look at this big gap, gap fade. Um, I'm gonna just say Abby in the Abby. Is that better in the future? I just noticed you're it's easier to say.
Yeah, you
But
can say
needless to
maybe.
say, we have a big gap and fade. But certainly, this is exactly the kind of stocks that it looked like you guys were trading in the competition. These kind of low-priced gappers and gap fade. Certainly, this one is a low-priced one, up to $1.25, and then fading down to 76 cents. So very cool. I'm going to take a look at some of the other broader stocks. I'm going to look at the QQQ because this rally really was on the QQQ. This is the NASDAQ, and certainly you can see that the sell-off that we've had here, we had a big rally up, a consolidation, what would be a cup and handle, right? So this is the cup, that's the handle, and then certainly a breakout. But after that 4-day run up into the Fed announcement, we're starting to get some profit taking here, and I would call that profit taking as even though we've broken a new high, that is exactly why we're taking some profits as we come into the end of the year. We're also getting into the end of the year selling season, so that you're starting to deal with some big funds that have made tremendous gains on things like Apple, which also had kind of a little bit of a doji like bar after making a peekaboo new high. Microsoft has done exceedingly well, but today certainly Microsoft has taken it on the nose a little bit. But some of these big stocks have done so incredibly well. It's not surprised that we're starting to see some profit taking. Also, we're seeing oil pop up to the upside as after the Fed announcement, the economy is slowing down. Maybe there's going to be some rate cuts in 2024 instead of expected rate hikes. So now you see that oil, which actually is responsive to demand. So if the economy demands more activity, more energy, then certainly oil will be on the upswing, and that certainly is something that is positive, for oil and the price of oil going forward. So certainly those indicators are showing that maybe we might have a little profit taking in the overall markets. Gold is also on the upstring, showing some strength. Obviously, when the Fed starts to cut rates, then you start to see some was it weakness in the dollar and then strength in gold, as that's the traditional offset. The dollar may strengthen as well. If we continue to raise rates, then the dollar would strengthen. If we start to cut rates, the dollar would weaken. So those kind of geopolitical factors kind of play into the overall markets as stocks are all denominated in dollars, even though the companies that are listed on the exchanges are not necessarily earning all their money in dollars. And that's something that we always like to keep in mind and let traders and investors keep in mind as well. All right, on that note, I'm going to wrap it all up, and I'm going to go back to my presentation just for a few seconds as we wrap it up and give one final round of congratulations. So before I wrap things up, guys, I really want to get all of you, everybody, just join me in giving yourselves a congratulatory round of applause to you guys. Bravo. Great job in the trading competition. That goes for Lazar as well. Stay up to date on all things DAS by signing up to our monthly newsletter. Simply fill out the form at the bottom of the webpage at www.dastrader.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Dash Trader TV, for the DAS newsroom reminders. Follow us on social media at DAS on LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. So, guys, any parting thoughts? I want to wish you guys a wonderful new year and happy holidays. Any final thoughts? Well, Tran, you can't be in the competition again, but hopefully you can make it to the United States. Abby, you're gonna try it. You're gonna try again, right?
Yep.
Are you going
Sure.
for #1 spot?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it's expected. That's what I want to hear. All right, look forward to meeting you. Trade well, everybody. Happy holidays from everybody here at DAS. And see you in the next trading competition, and certainly see you on our next newsroom. And guys, you're welcome. We're going to invite you back to be co-host in one of our upcoming newsrooms if you want to attend the newsroom with me in the future in 2024. So I'd love to continue to hear your thoughts and hear about your progression as being a trader and your various different trading strategies. So thank you very much for joining us, and thank you for being part of the competition.
Thank you,
Happy
Mike.
holidays.
Thank
Yeah.
you, guys. Bye, everybody. Trade well.